you also can spot them any time of the day.
Yeah, very true.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So I noticed the sun is starting to go down.
Yeah.
And there's movement of wildebeests. Oh my goodness, just look.
Yeah.
Right in front of us, the wildebeests now seem to be, it's some kind of small migration.
It's small migration.
Moving from this side
Yeah.
and crossing the road coming to the swamp. I'm very curious about this movement.
Yeah.
Why do they prefer this side? Do they feel maybe safer? Is it that the predators don't come here?
Actually, it's open ground.
Right.
It's safer, so they can see the lions from far. And also there's a plenty of food you can see. And there's a lot of water.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think I also noticed there's plenty of water all around.
Yeah.
But they seem to favor this particular spot. That's why I was curious. Is it maybe a safer spot for them?
Yeah.
That we don't have a lot of predators coming to this side?
Yeah, very true. Actually, like now in the evening, they go to a safer place. You can see they're moving to a safer place.
Yes.
Yeah, because they have the young ones there.
Yes, I noticed they actually have quite a number of young with them.
Yeah.
And the color of the young ones is different from the adults.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's part of their
actually, when they're growing,
yes.
The young one will keep on changing. Yeah, like now it will darken.
Right.
When it's fully grown. Like now you can see those are juveniles.
Right.
They are grayish in color.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when they're very young, they're like a brown color, right?
Yeah, very true.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then as they grow, now the color starts to darken.
Yeah, and they're not hairy. You can see.
Yeah. They're not hairy.
Yeah.
Okay. The animals that hunt the wildebeests the most.
Yeah.
What are they? Is it the lions, or is there a specific cat that you feel perhaps as a preference for wildebeests?
I think the lion.
The lions.
Because these are easy catch.
Unlike the buffaloes. The buffaloes put up a fight. Yeah. Okay.
Very true.
And I noticed this morning, it just reminds me of what is it they say? The competition in the wild when they say it's a jungle out there.
Yeah.
And this morning I noticed when we took a drive, we noticed that, I think somebody dropped their cable. Let me just pick it up. We noticed that two lionesses that had killed a wildebeest, and the hyenas were just there.
Yeah.
How often do these kind of attacks happen between the hyenas and the lions?
Actually, that's the competition I was telling you. Actually, they are very opportunistic.
Yes.
When the lion kills, they are there maybe to scavenge, right? And you saw there were jackals also there.
Yes, there were jackals, yes.
Those are kind of the competition which normally these big cats get.
Yeah.
Like from the hyenas.
Right.
And if hyenas are many in number, they overpower the lions. The ones they will run,
Yeah.
So that's the kind of the competition normally they get.
Do you have many hyenas here?
Very many actually. But it may be at night, that's when they come out.
Okay, so it's still too early for them right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for anybody wishing to take a game drive, what's the best time to start the game drive, and what are the park rules when it comes to the game drives?
Actually, for the game drive, for the big cats, you have to wake up very early in the morning, like in the 6. This is when the big cats they hunt.
Yes.
And they may be late in the evening, and when the sun is very hot, they tend to look for a cool place. Like now, when it's hot, you can be able to see them they're very rare to see them.
Yeah.
But when it's cool, like now, in the evening, they will come out. Okay?
Okay.
So when it's cool, you have to wake up very early in the morning. And also the park rules, you have to adhere to park rules.
Yeah. So take us through some of those rules, the do's and the don'ts.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, like now you don't have to overspeed inside the park.
So the speed limit, like you said, is 40?
Yeah, it's 40 kilometers per hour.
Yes.
And the animals, they have the right of way.
Yes.
So if they're crossing, you have to stop, let them cross first.
Yes.
Don't obstruct the animals. Don't disturb the animals. Don't litter in the park. Okay.
Yes.
Don't shout at the animals. Actually, because you will irritate them, like now the buffaloes here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so let's just stop here for a minute, because I've noticed something on the ground. A bit of dry poop. I don't know if Sam, you're able to come down with me a little. And I'm noticing there's a bit of poop here, there's a bit of poop there.
Yeah.
Are you able to tell what kind of animal this is?
Yeah.
Just by looking at it, can you be able to tell?
Obvious.
What is it?
This one is for the elephants.
It's for, how do you tell the difference?
You can see even the digestion itself,
Uh-huh.
on the grass, you can see.
Oh, so you can be able to tell like
Yeah.
what it had fed on the
Yeah,
grass.
yeah.
So that's one of the ways of distinguishing between one animal and the other.
And you can see for the buffalo,
Yes.
it's more like that one
It's
of a cow. That one over there. It looks like that one.
okay,
over there.
yeah, it's more like cow dung.
Yeah, cow dung.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's and I think this also yes.
And for that one of a lion, it's very dark
Yes.
because of the feet on blood and also for meat.
Oh, so it's black in color.
Yeah, because of the blood.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is one way of nature just keeping itself alive, because then this comes back, it acts as manure, and then we have all of these plenty habitation and I mean vegetation just coming up.
Yeah, even I saw even the jackals, they feed on that one over the lion.
The jackals feed on the lion poop.
Yeah.
Why?
You know, it's people eat meat.
Oh,
right?
so they're able to get their nutrients from that.
Yeah, there was a time we were doing
Wow.
research.
Yes.
I saw it's very difficult to find them because you get them the hyenas, they feed on that lion.
It's difficult to get lion poop.
Yeah.
Because there's all these animals that feed on that poop.
Yeah, very true.
Wow, that's incredible.
And even the birds here.
Aha.
Yeah.
Well, I think I knew about the birds. I think what is just for me so interesting is the jackal and the hyena. I didn't know that.
Okay.
So they use that to nourish themselves.
Very true.
And I think I noticed also, if we can just come to the right-hand side, the color of the water on this side. And there's also plenty of water here in Amboseli. So the water is not just concentrated on one side, like a lake, like what we have on the left. There's little, what would I say, like pools of water. So the water springs everywhere in the park. Is it like this everywhere in the park?
No. There are some areas very dry.
Yes.
Actually, this spring starts from, there's a point, it starts and it flows down to this side.
Yes.
This one.
Yes.
And it goes to the other side of the lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So does it have an outlet? Once it's inside the park, once it springs out,
actually,
what happens to it?
Actually, what is funny here,
yes,
this water, there is no outlet. It's like goes down again
to the ground.
To the ground, yeah.
Okay.
They normally say Musima Springs water starts from Amboseli.
So just to put it into context for our viewers, Musima Springs is one of the main sources of water from Kilimanjaro mountain, and it goes all the way to Kenya's second largest city, Mombasa.
Yeah, very true.
Yes, so that's what we call what is called Musima Springs.
Yeah.
So you were saying about Musima Springs that the water from here goes all the way to Musima Springs.
Yeah, very true. Yeah.
Oh wow! Does it ever dry up?
This marshy area here?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it doesn't dry up.
So
actually, when it's dry here, it's normally we get a lot of these grazers, animals, they come in here to feed in this marshy area. Yeah.
Listen to those birds.
That's the Egyptian goose.
The Egyptian goose.
Yeah.
Are they migratory birds?
Yeah, they do migrate.
Yeah,
they do migrate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how far do they go?
They can move from, they look for marshy area. They are parts of wetland. So, like now here, they're very comfortable here.
Yeah.
Maybe when the water levels maybe goes down, they can move to the side where there's a lot of water.
They can crisscross the country.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So I see.
There is that spoonbill stock. You can see it. You can see the pick at the hand.
Yes.
It looks like a spoon. Huh?
Yes.
That's why it's known as spoonbill stock, the white one.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah.
So really, I see why bird watchers love coming to Amboseli.
Yeah.
There's an abundance of them here.
Yeah, we are rich in bird species.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I noticed again.
Yeah.
The wildebeest starting to move now.
Yeah.
I think this whole area now looks like it's clearing up.
Yeah, it's clearing
because earlier on in the day we had a bit of buffaloes, we had a bit of elephants, and I'm just wondering. So because now it's sundown, the various animals of the park move to pockets where they start to feel safe. Is that so?
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Because
is it because there's a lodge around that area, so they tend to feel safer where the human beings are?
Yeah, very true.
Aha.
And also this area, it's the marshy area.
Yes.
It's very cold for the young ones now.
Oh, okay.
So they look for a warmer place and safer place for
And that's for all the herbivores?
Yeah, actually not for all. Yeah, most of the herbivores, they're moving to the safer side.
Aha, okay.
Even the zebras, most of them, they move to the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting because I think this afternoon we haven't spotted a lot of zebras. What I see a lot of is wildebeest.
Yeah.
And I'm excited because we'll be able to capture this mini migration, if I could call it so.
Yeah,
I noticed that they follow the leader.
yeah.
They walk in a file.
Yeah, single file. Like
Yes, in a single file.
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
Actually, for now, you can see they're walking with the young one. The young one are in the midst, so that they can be safe.
Oh, it's a way of protecting the little
so
ones.
when they're walking in that single file, which means now they are moving a little bit far. They're not grazing freely.
Okay.
So it's like they're starting their journey.
Ah, so it's a long journey. That's what it means.
Yeah.
And so they have to put the small ones in the middle to protect them.
Very.
And I see there's one that is struggling there, a little one.
Yeah, but they're good swimmers.
Oh, I was about to ask, do they drown?
Yeah, they don't.
Do you have any crocodiles in these waters?
No, we don't have crocodiles.
So they are safe in the water. This is not like the Mara where they get snatched up by the crocodiles. So all you have are the hippos in the water and the fish.
Yeah, and the fish.
Okay. Yeah. And so once they move this way, now in the evening, again in the morning they start the journey back to the grazing areas.
Very true.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now they're moving.
Yes, I see there's a lot of movement right now. It's actually very busy.
Yeah, very busy.
It's rush hour for them.
Yeah, rush hour for them.
Very interesting.
It's a place for them.
Aha. And this would be the time about when the lions also now come out.
Yeah.
They start their hunting.
Very true.
What about the cheetahs? Do they have a specific time of day they hunt?
Yeah, maybe even them they hunt maybe very early in the morning. Actually, when temperatures are they're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when they hunt.
All right.
Yeah.
And I noticed the cheetahs. So you talked about the lions preferring the wildebeest because they're an easy kill.
Yeah.
What about the cheetahs?
Yeah, they go for the young ones.
Oh, they go for the young wildebeest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen
So
them.
really, this is a delicacy for so many predators.
Yeah, they go for the young ones, young zebras, young wildebeest.
Aha.
Yeah, very true.
Wow, how incredible this is.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, really. The sun is just about to go down. The temperature also is now changing. It's becoming a bit cool.
Yeah.
And now we can see the animals, everybody now going to the area where they consider a safe sport.
Very true. Very true.
And this happens every single day in the evening, this kind of movement.
Yeah, every
Wow.
single day. You can see the sunset now.
Yeah, the sun is starting to go down. It's really a beautiful sight. And you can see the sun rays reflecting in the water. Beautiful, just
You can see even
beautiful.
the sound of the water when they're crossing.
Yes, you can hear the splash. They're making a splash in the water. That's true. And you can see how they're jumping, you know. So I guess if you're not lucky to catch the migration in the Mara, this gives you a taste of how it's like.
Very true.
Yeah.
More of Mara, you can see.
Yeah, it's a mini migration, really. Yes, really a beautiful sight. And I can only imagine when there are like hundreds of thousands of them, what an incredible sight that would be. Yeah.
There are many.
There are very many. I see that. Yeah. There are very, very many. Wow.
So you can see these swamps, they are very critical, right?
Yes.
So for these animals.
Yeah.
There's water here, the food here. So
It sustains the entire ecosystem of Amboseli. I think what I find incredible is, you know, typically during this time of year for Kenya, it's supposed to be very, very wet. This is what the Kenyans call the long rain season from April, I guess, till about towards June there. But this year, because of climate change, I would imagine the weather patterns, you know, are just completely different. They changed, We don't have the long rains anymore, you know, and that's why we can enjoy a beautiful sunset, such as the one we are seeing now. But I guess what I find incredible about this park and the role of Kilimanjaro is just that however dry it gets, Amboseli itself still has plenty of water. Yeah. You know, I can imagine even for the kind of animals that it's got, different varieties of animals here. Animals such as elephants, and imagine how much water they must drink in a day, especially when the temperatures are this high, and the park is still able to sustain them.
You can see even the far end, you can see those are elephants.
Those are elephants, yes. Oh, yeah. I can see them, yes. Oh, this is a beautiful sight. So, for you as a ranger here, having worked for so many years, do you still find it exciting when you look at this, what we're looking at right now, or are you just so used to it that it doesn't excite you anymore?
It's very exciting, actually.
Yeah?
Also, Amboseli is very exciting.
Yes.
Has a good sceneries. You can see the plain, the Kilimanjaro. You can see the marshy area, and
Yes.
lots of animals.
Yeah.
So it's one of the best
Yeah.
I've ever worked.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just about to wind down.
Yeah.
And because we've had a long chat about the animals, about the various attractions here in Amboseli,
Yeah.
let's now talk a little bit about your experiences in the wild.
Okay.
What's the most exciting thing you've ever seen, the most captivating thing you've ever seen in the wild as a ranger?
Actually, there was a time we were doing our normal patrol.
Yes. Where? Here?
Here, near observation hill there.
Right.
There is the marshy area. So there were a group of lions. They were like 8 in number. So they tried to kill a buffalo.
One buffalo.
One,
It was alone or
no,
it was in a herd?
Buffaloes were like 3.
Right, okay.
Actually, I saw it. The buffalo killing the lion. While
What?
I was seeing, yeah. So
It killed a lion?
Yeah.
Wait, how many lions were they?
There were about 10 in number.
10?
Yeah.
And it managed to kill
They
a
managed
lion?
to kill a lion, actually.
So what happened? Did the lions flee or did they
No,
still?
it died instantly. To pierce through the horns, then through the intestines or out, then it died instantly.
Oh no.
Yeah. So very dangerous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And I guess that goes to explain that it's not every day
Yeah.
that these cats succeed when they're hunting,
Yeah, very true.
right?
Yeah.
And so in the end, what happened? The lions fled after one
Yeah,
of them
they fled.
died?
They had to fly.
They had to flee for their
yeah, they
lives.
have to flee for their
Oh,
lives,
that
yeah.
is so sad.
Yeah.
I actually don't know who to feel sorry for because every day the buffaloes.
Yeah.
I remember when I was here, when I was last here, what I witnessed also was a zebra getting killed by some lions.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a group of tourists passing and they were crying because they watched it die.
Yeah.
And they were telling the rangers, oh, can't you do something to save the zebra? And the rangers said, unfortunately, it's nature, we can't
Yeah.
interfere.
Let nature be.
So, sometimes you
Take its
feel
course.
bad for the zebra, but then
Yeah.
you give a story like what you've shared with me and you say, oh, poor lion also.
True. Even
Oh, wow.
Even I've seen cheetah killing a gazelle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've seen a lot of killed when,
Yes.
when I'm doing my doctoral here.
Yeah.
So it's amazing.
Do you have a favorite park in Kenya?
Actually, Amboseli is one of my favorite parks.
Yes.
Nairobi National Park.
Why do you like Nairobi National Park?
Actually, there are a lot of rhinos there.
Uh-huh.
And there's a rhino which was named after me.
Is
It's a
it?
temple,
Wow, that's an honor. Why was it
Yeah.
named after you?
I used to work with the black rhino monitoring team
Yes.
in Nairobi National Park for 7 years.
Uh-huh.
So it was named after me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
Nairobi also, the park within the city,
Yes.
the only metropolitan park.
Yes, yes.
So after work, you
You can take a game drive.
either take a game drive.
Yeah, yes.
Actually. You can take a game drive.
Right.
You can go to
Okay.
get your nyama choma.
All right. Well, Mr. Tambo, thank you very much for talking to us today.
Okay,
It's
welcome,
been an
Karina.
incredible journey.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for allowing us to walk through this beautiful Amboseli National Park.
Thank you.
So I hope you've had a lot of fun just as we have, witnessing lots of animals in their natural habitat, seeing just how important this ecosystem is and why it's important for human beings really to preserve nature. Thank you very much for being part of our wild journey through the Amboseli. Until next time, bye-bye. Wow, this was so beautiful.